Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. Part 3. While I was actually making the other one, he sent me a sample, and he did tell me yesterday that he had plenty of bottles to test, and that's always handy. This is fine. I wouldn't be happy with it. These lines, and that happens a lot with glass. These lines are so thick that this thin line or just it's kind of bleeding out. The head of whoever this is does good. The leaves are bad to me. If you're going to work on it, this is, you look how thick this is in the space between them, shouldn't really happen. So what my suggestion would be, and I haven't, this is not the one I sent him, the one I was working on part 2. I would take away all the fill. Whoop. Those are evidently lines. And I would actually convert it. And thankfully, he's got bottles to test. Matter of fact, I'm going to go up to object and maybe ungroup. Well, we can't ungroup it. And we can't break the curve. Well, we can. There we go. I would try running it with lines. Now, the gentleman looks good. You didn't even see the flag, so that's fine. So you could take your smart fill tool that we learned in part 2 and fill that in, and even fill that in and that in. Now, see that filled in that center heart, and then you'd have to fill in these other, around his eye, and particularly, I'm just a little overkill sometimes. Take his eye and make it a little bit bigger. Maybe even add a node by right or left clicking your mouse button and just add a node. And then when you smart fill it, you're going to have more of an eye. And then just fill all these in. Now, I don't know if these are hairlines or not, but it doesn't matter because we're not running and they are. We're not running a combo job, so it won't cut it anyway. It will not engrave it. And just make sure you get everything. And then I would run these lines. Anything thicker than a hairline is going to engrave. We might want to try that or reverse this. Put the smart fill that one line in. And then those will be lines. And then maybe even on the leaves, they're half-inch points. Take the smart fill tool and maybe fill in the inside of the leaves. And then all that other open space will be empty because the top part of this is kind of the same. And you don't have to fill in at all. I would do these as lines. And maybe, the stars are kind of like that. Just kind of, and no camera does the justice of the good. I maybe even redo these stars. See if we can't break these apart. I just take that star away. Matter of fact, let's break all these apart. This is just, I'm nitpicking here. I guess we can't. You're always going to grab that, unless you have it perfect on that line, you're always going to get the other bigger part. I'd get rid of these stars. Well, one, make them just solid stars, or I would actually draw new stars. Even though it's kind of small, while you're doing all this work, make you a star about that size, and you could put it right on top of that star. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it there. Well, I didn't do a very good job there. This is where you want to change your nudge factor to like 0.01. And then you could grab that star and just nudge it down a little bit. Now let's see if we can't grab the black star. No, we're grabbing the red. Okay, I did one click. I'm going to delete and I'm going to put the, well, really, you could just put them, kind of space them in there. This would be a good example for the blend tool. Make it a duplicate of that, move it over, shift select the other star and go to effects, blend, and just blend one time. I know this is more than he was asking, and we need to move them down a little bit because of the fact that, whoa, that's one thing that's always kind of scary. If we hold down the Alt key, it'll should select just those stars. Well, I got part of that box. But see, like that, you could actually at this time take away that line. You could take away all these lines now. Then take these, let's shift select everything and make them, well, we got to go to object, break the blend apart. And we got them selected. Now make them that half a point and make them sure they're black. And maybe even do it like that. You know, if you want that second star, Control D to duplicate it, hold down the shift key, bring that other star in. Now it will never be in the center because that's just the way stars are. But what I would do, and I would measure this and stuff, I would fill that in with black and take away the outline. Well, let's move it. Let's just delete that and then actually kind of center it. Now, if you notice my stars are, it's got a kind of a square in. If we hit F12 on the keyboard, you need to go to 0 here. Say okay, and it's going to give you a sharp point. Even though on a glass, it's not going to matter. So you would need to do that for all the stars. And I think you'd be a lot happier with that because that will actually show up. See, I can't grab that. I'm going to grab that, shift select that. I've got two objects selected. I'm going to group them, Control G. I'm going to Control D to duplicate it. And I'm just going to use my nudge tool. And you can measure this, make sure it's the same distance off. I'd actually maybe move that one in a little bit. Shift select that and then blend them that one time. Now they're kind of touching. But if you break the blend apart, and I don't really think it's going to matter in the glass, but use that same bottle and test it out. If you nudge, you'll be the same distance. Actually, we'll need to put that one back a little bit. And just try that. There's a couple other things I might clean up, where we put these lines, but I wouldn't worry about it because it's not going to show up. But it's just, and this is just my opinion. Those leaves, it's really fine, but I think it would really make it pop if you did that right there. Anyway, I hope they helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.